Hi, welcome back to Kingdom Keto. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm very excited about this second installment of our fall dessert series for keto. I think you're going to find them very useful to have on hand, especially during the holidays, because everyone else is snacking on things that we can't really have as ketoers, like cookies and cake and fudge and all of those things that we just really can't take part of. So it would be nice to have something that we can throw in our purse and take with us, or maybe you can make it at your own holiday gatherings and have it as an option on the side for yourself and other ketoers in the room. So I think you'll enjoy what this is going to be today. It is pumpkin pie fat bombs. I'm so excited about these, you guys. They look simple, super simple, and I am going to show you how to assemble them. And let's get started. All right, I'm going to aim you down so you can see what I have going here. I have a little measuring bowl because I feel like one recipe will fit in here just fine. And I liked using this because it has a spout on it. When you're done mixing this up, we're actually going to pour it into an ice cube tray so that we have little molds, and it is one serving per little hole in the ice tray here. So this keeps your servings moderate, if you will, which is what I might need if these are really, really good. I haven't made them before, so we'll see. So I'm going to pour them into here, and I wanted a spout that would help me with that. So that's mainly why I used this type of little measuring cup. So let's put our ingredients together. The first thing we have is half of a cup of pumpkin puree. Then we have 4 tablespoons of coconut butter. I've never used coconut butter before, but you have to melt it before you put it in here. So make sure you've thrown it in the microwave for about 15 seconds is what it took to completely melt this much coconut butter. So this is 4 tablespoons of coconut butter. Looks like a little bit hardened up on me as I was getting ready for the video, but that's okay. Other things are warm, so I think it'll take care of it. I also have half a cup of regular coconut oil, and this has also been melted. It needs to be melted before you add it to this recipe or it won't combine correctly. Alright. The next thing we have is 1/4 of a cup of erythritol, or swerve. You can find it in the grocery store marked as swerve. So let's add our swerve, and of course we have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. So add those. Let's whisk this together. It already smells really, really good. Looks like that little bit of pumpkin butter is going to give me some trouble, but I think if we just keep mixing it, it will eventually dissolve. And this is looking a little bit chunky. It looks like some parts of it are setting up. So I am going to put this back in the microwave to remelt some of these elements so that it's smooth. That way we can pour it into our ice cube tray a little bit better. So give me a second and let me take care of that. Okay, so I took a moment to look up the recipe in Pinterest, which is where I got this. And the picture shows that it is supposed to be a little bit on the chunky side. Can you see what that looks like? I know it doesn't look very appetizing, but it smells really good. And so let's just hope for the best, but you'll want to keep this stirred as you're working because it does tend to separate a little bit if you leave it sitting too long. So you want to make sure that you're keeping this stirred up, and because it's a little thicker, I think the pouring it is not going to work. We're going to spoon it into our molds instead. And I think that will work very nicely. Yes. So the spooning method works. So you just want to keep spooning this into your little compartment until you have run out of your mixture. And ahead of time, you'll want to toast some pecans. So I already did that in the oven. I think this was my favorite part of this recipe, is toasting pecans, because the house smells like fall now, and I think it's just worth toasting any kind of nut in your oven to get that kind of smell in your house. It was amazing. So we're going to take a little bit of toasted pecans, and you want to sprinkle them on top and then press them in just a little bit so that they'll get inside your mixture. So press them in with your finger just a little. That way when they harden, they'll grab onto those nut fragments and you won't lose them when you throw them in your purse and take them to parties. Alright, so let me finish up this recipe and I will come back and show you the finished product. So I left the fat bombs in the freezer for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and this is what I have left over. Okay, so they're a little bit tough to get out of these little compartments here. I should have sprayed this with Pam first, but you know, they were so oily that I thought I wouldn't have to, but apparently you do. So I would spray this down with a little bit of Pam first before you scoop in the individual fat bombs. I use like a little butter knife thing to try to dig it out, and as you can see there's a lot of waste in there. I'm gonna have to like dig this out and make another fat bomb out of the remnants, and these I haven't attempted to dig out yet but they're gonna come out eventually. So the ones that I did get out, I put on a little serving dish, which you can have at your holiday get-together. Isn't that cute? What a cute presentation. And these are amazing. I've already had one. My non-keto son has already split one with me. We tasted it. They're very good. That toasted nut on the top just really adds flavor and crunch. Ugh, they're so good. They're so good. I love them. They turned out really well, except for digging them out of an ice tray part. Lesson learned, spray it first no matter how oily your ingredients are. I think they would have come out easier that way. These shirts certainly would have been prettier and sat better if I had prepped better, but you know, we live and learn, right? So, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoy this recipe. I hope that you're able to sub it in for other things when you are tempted this holiday. Let me know how you like them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.